I'm going to be discussing the 5 best watches for any style. Now, this is an article I wrote, which if you haven't read it, I'll have the iCard above me. You can go to the article and you'll be able to shop all the pieces that you'll see here. And I tried to do my best to look around and find the best deals for you. So I tried to keep the budget under $100. I surpassed them in like 2 watches, I think, but every watch after that is under $100. The idea behind this is to show you that there's a watch out there for almost any lifestyle. Because some men like certain styles, other men like other styles, and it really depends on what lifestyle you drive, the timepiece that you'll have on your wrist. Of course, there are exceptions like the collectors out there that just like collecting almost any style. But this is mostly for you guys that are starting out, you want a good timepiece, what timepiece is gonna work best for you. The first watch is gonna be Movement or MVMT watches. I love what these guys are doing. I love basically their efforts and their hustle they've put into their company. And of course, I love their product. I'm sure almost 90% of you out there has heard of or has seen a Movement watch, especially on social media and Instagram. They do strong marketing. I do own about 3 Movement watches myself. They're very cheaply priced, so they make it accessible to almost anybody. And I see this watch more for the casual or hipster guy. This watch usually, they just released a more classic, but their original collection is very oversized. It's a big watch, and like I've mentioned before, I don't like big watches unless it's in a casual setting. And this is where I see this watch. This watch is perfect for the younger crowd, people in college, the hipster. It's just a really cool, modernly designed watch that I think suits almost any man. And for $95, it's always worth a shot. Now, like I said, if you go to my website, you'll see links to all the brands and watches that I'm going to be discussing. And I tried my best to find the best deal. So, I tried to keep it under $100, and this one you can find it at $95. The next brand is Armentron. I recently talked about this brand, and I like the brand because, again, this is even more accessible than Movement watches. And it's a great to kind of get the feel of it and get started, especially if you're not a watch collector. They have really good pieces to get you started. They have anything from quartz, manual, automatic movement, and they have several styles. The style I usually recommend is the more classic style because I think that's where they excel. More of that minimalist leather strap, under 40mm diameter watch. To get you started, this watch that I'm going to be featuring costs only $39. So it's very inexpensive to get into the game if you're starting your watch collection. It's a good quality timepiece for a very reasonable price. The next watch is the G-Shock. Now this is for your active guy, the guy that's always in sports gear, the guy that's always working out, that's always active, that's maybe always hiking, always working out, whatever your lifestyle is. But if it's an active one, the G-Shock is going to be a great one for you. Not only is its rugged design and frame great because it'll suit and function with your lifestyle, it's a very sturdy watch that you can drop, you can basically miss street, and it's still going to perform for you. So it's a great timepiece for the active wear, and it also suits the style. It's the style that the G-Shock provides is very much an active, sporty vibe. So this watch is great for active people. And again, to start out, you can get it for under $99. So that's a great price. Like I mentioned, all these watches are a great price to get you started building your collection. The next one is for the diver. Now, you don't actually have to be a physical diver to own a diver because it's almost every man's dream to own a Rolex Submariner. It's basically like the icon of diver watches. It has a pretty hefty price tag and it's one that not many men can afford. What I usually recommend is to buy yourself a good diver from a reputable brand at a much lower price. And the one that I recommend is usually from Seiko. Seiko produces great watches and is a very respectable watch in the watch community. Their diver is priced under $200 and it's rated up to 200 meters. So if you are a diver, that's probably something that's important to you. If you're not, just know that it's waterproof and it's a great design at an affordable price and good quality. And finally, to end it off, we have Daniel Wellington. I see Daniel Wellington as the king of minimalist watches. They're basically the ones that started the movement in minimalism, especially on Instagram. And after that came a bunch of companies basically imitating the same style of a very minimalist watch with a clean face that suits so many lifestyles and looks great across various outfits. The greatness of the Daniel Wellington is that not only is it a Japanese quartz movement, that means it's super accurate, is its very, very slim profile. It just fits with almost any lifestyle. It's a very lightweight watch and it's great to start off. Now they do sell a little pricey on their website, but I was able to find them a little cheaper at actually $99 with 2-day shipping on Amazon. So I have that link on my website because I know on their website, if you go to the Daniel Wellington website, it's anywhere from like $150 to $250 to buy a Daniel Wellington watch. So if you want a good one with a leather strap, it's around $200. I found it for $99 on Amazon with 2-day shipping if you have Prime. So that's a really good deal. So if you guys like any of the watches that I mentioned, I'll have them linked below.